#1 for hip hop and R&B. I got Maino in the studio today. What up?
What's happening, baby? How you feeling?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm beautiful, man. I'm feeling good. I can't complain. I'm wonderful. I'm out here grinding.
Every time I see you, you look more and more svelte.
What's that mean?
You look more like fit. Like you look thinner, like in a good way though, not like
That's
an
a
unhealthy
good thing.
way,
I'm trying to stay alive.
Yeah, you look good
Yeah,
though.
thank you.
How's
Thank
everything
you.
going?
Everything is beautiful, man. I can't even complain.
Okay, that's a good thing. You look great. So anyway, you have a new single which I love with Macy Gray.
Thank you all again.
Yeah, so talk to me about that and why Macy Gray?
Why not? You know, sometimes you gotta do something different. You know what I'm saying? I felt like trying to do something different. You know, my man Blue Williams, he heard the record. He was like, "Yo, I think Macy would sound good on that." And I was like, "If you could get it done, let's do it." And I feel like right now where we at, this is the right moment for a song like that.
Yeah, I agree, and I also think that first of all, the way that she just starts off the record, and it's just it sounds so amazingly like raw and organic and beautiful, and then you come in, it just sounds so good. You sound good together.
Yeah, thank you. It's just a dope record, and that's what we're here to do, you know. And in the process of making dope music, if we can make music that motivates people,
says something positive,
that inspires us, because it's me really talking about my journey. It's me talking about my ups and downs and how I feel about, going over and conquering and dealing with the challenge of obstacles in my life, right? So we all faced with something, but how do we deal with it?
Right.
You know, it's people going through stuff every single day, but I feel like the only way to get through it is to actually face it with courage. So that's just what the song is about. It's about being a winner, believing in yourself, even in times when people don't believe in you.
I've always liked Macy very much. I like her because, first of all, like I said, she sounds so raw when she's singing. She sounds like herself. But I like Macy because I met her years ago at the Grammys.
Right.
And Macy came and did interviews in the radio room and all that. And then I was like I was at the Staples Center, and I was out on the little patio and back at the Staples Center, and I watched her get into I think it was a freaking Prius and drive away. And I was like, this girl right here is smart. She ain't out here with these big cars. She got a Prius.
Save that money.
She's like, I'm gonna go home right now. Bye.
That's right. That's right.
I like her.
That's right.
She's so. Do we have a video coming soon for it?
Video coming soon. We're shooting it in LA real soon.
Okay.
Yep.
That's dope.
Yeah, it's gonna be dope, man. I feel like I was just telling Buck, I feel like, we gotta have balance.
Yeah.
Gotta have balance with the music. I ain't the
I think you've always been good at that.
Of course. My biggest record is All the Above. It's the same type of record.
But yet, I feel like second is what? I think one of your biggest records also was High Hater.
That's one. Yeah. That's one of them. Let It Fly, $1 million.
Right.
Yeah, just to name a couple. But All the Above was always the number one, and that was the record that resonated with a lot of people. It touched people in a certain kind of way. It motivated them, it inspired them. So many people came to me and told me, "Yo, man, that record, I was going through this, and my mother had died, or I was fighting cancer, or whatever it was, whatever struggle that they was going through, whatever trial, whatever tribulations that they was faced with, that record helped them through that." And this is the same type of record, and this is right now. I feel like the time that we in right now, especially after, where we at with hip hop and where we at socially, we need some balance. We need some balance.
I agree, but also you have this Jermaine album out, which I have listened to extensively, and on there you address a lot of stuff about the industry.
Yeah.
And come on, you've been the most real person probably in the hip hop industry over the years. You're the most real, and you're very outspoken. But you say a lot of things on there about your frustrations in the music business.
Yeah. You talking about the song "Rappers"?
Well,
right?
Rappers, and also
Rappers,
the one with Conway the Machine. There's some things that are addressed as well.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's me getting into my defense mechanism, because it was a time where I felt like I needed to have to kind of almost fit in.
Right.
And then I had to find out that my power was better just being me and not even trying to fit in, just doing me so hard that I will attract other things, like just being me so hard, just saying F all that. I don't need all that. Like, let me just do me so hard that whatever's meant for me is gonna be, So me speaking about certain things in the industry that I feel like is just fraudulent or fake or just the fake thing, just the fakeness, just with the industry period. Like you see the same people every day, same different events, they say the same thing, you know what I mean? Like it's unnecessary. So I'm talking about a lot of that. So it's just me getting my issue off, that's all.
I think that over the years, and we've talked about this before, Maino, because I mean, I've been a fan of yours since before Stomp. Like
Listen,
I've been,
rumors, remember?
I have been your fan for a long time.
You brought me here. And
I did bring you out here when Stomp was on the radio, and I appreciate you being there for my birthday. But I think that, and maybe I'm completely wrong here, but has your frustration been basically the fact that you're extremely talented, you're an unbelievable lyricist. I mean, you're just dope. And then you kind of learned along the way that it wasn't all about talent.
Well, I'm not so much frustrated. Those are certain things that I express that I see that is just fraudulent. I'm not so much frustrated because my life is great.
Right, you're on top.
Right. I'm my journey may be not the same as somebody else's, or somebody else may have more fame or more money than me. But look, from where I come from and what I've been through and what my background is, I've already exceeded those expectations of me even being here. I wasn't supposed to even be here.
Right.
So me being here, so I wouldn't really say I'm frustrated, but I've been through certain emotions that where I felt like I wasn't getting my just due.
Right.
I've been through the feeling of feeling like, man, they playing with me, man. Like they playing with me like I ain't that, you know what I'm saying? Like they playing with me, and it had me at sometimes doubting my own self. So sometimes the loudest voices that you gotta quiet is the ones that's in your own head.
I agree.
Those the demons that you gotta like shut up. And I had to dig down in myself to find like reserves in myself to be able to get through all that. And once I started to get past all that, and I started to get into own my own lane, I was more confident, and it didn't matter. Like it's like I'm good. Like I'm shining no matter where you see me. He's like, who's it? Yo, such is in the building. I'm like, who? I'm in the building. It don't matter.
So, we talked about this the last time you're here, too, with the release of your last album. But I just, think that you should become some sort of motivational speaker, like in the community, people, they really evolve to you. They really like the things that you're saying, especially on your Instagram.
Right.
They like how you're keeping it so real.
Right.
And as I told Michi this morning, you put out some really good stuff on Twitter and whatever, and I'd be wanting to retweet it, but damn, you always include the N-word and fuckboy, so I can't. I'm like, I can't put that on there. I can't.
Well, the thing about that is that, and why sometimes people be like, yo, but you use a lot of explicit language, and I'm saying sometimes, like, you got to come to the people as a people. So I'm speaking to people in a certain type of language that I.
Well, that's how you like how people talk. No, absolutely.
That I know that they gonna understand,
right.
And I'm not trying to be preachy, right? So I'm speaking in a way where you're gonna take something from it because it's said in your language and you understand it, right? Like I ain't cursed one time on this radio, right? So I know how to deliver when it's time. But when I'm in my car and we talking and I'm in the studio and we building, we just going, and we just making sense because certain things need to be said. So I like the fact that people listen to the things that I say. I like the fact that people, are hearing me. And we just had that conversation today about, I'm like, yo, people really like listening to what I be talking about. And I think it's needed.
Absolutely. And I think that you could really be a voice for the community.
Yeah.
Because people love your videos.
Yeah.
They really do.
Yeah, you know what's so crazy? Like, with what just happened with Nip, it makes you feel, and then finding out he was doing all this stuff that he was doing, it makes you feel like you not doing enough.
Right.
So
and the fact that he was doing it without having to be out here telling everybody he's doing it.
Right.
That's what I love and respect about him, because there's too many people out here like with a $5,000 donation check, holding up the $5,000 donation check on Instagram. Why are you doing that? Just do something
That's
good.
a fact. Just
If people find out later on, cool.
That's a fact.
But you ain't got to be out here showing everybody you're trying to do something good for the community.
That's real.
That's crazy.
That's definitely real. Yeah. So when you tell me that, and I hear that in so many different places, you know, like I would get mad. Let me tell you something real. I would get mad when people would be like, "Yo, man, you be preaching." I'm like, "Yo, what? You be preaching?" Because to me, it's like preaching is like, to me, it's like me talking to somebody about them. When you look at my videos, I'm talking about me. If you really look at and listen to what I'm saying, I'm talking about me. I'm talking about what type of person I am, and I'm talking about my viewpoints, and I'm talking about my perspective. It just so happens that the way that I'm saying it resonates with everybody. It resonates with people.
Right.
When we talk about fear, I talked about my last video. I think I talked about fear. Like, I'm not going to allow fear to stop me from reaching a goal, because sometimes people they so caught up in thinking that they're gonna fail that they don't even try. And I don't want to be at a place where, you know, we looking back saying, man, I didn't even try, so this is where the failure lies at. Nah, failure is a part of the process. We gotta fail sometimes to get to where we're going. So
maybe this is something therapeutic for you, but at the same time, people see themselves in you.
Yes, it is. It is.
Know?
But now I feel like, well, what's happening and where we at, then maybe we need to figure out, you know, a platform where they could get it a lot more, you know.
Yeah, I would love that.
Yeah.
And you should tour and you should talk to communities. And you know what? You should also be a part of this prison reform movement.
Of course.
I really think you should be, you know, especially with your, you know, experiences in your life and being locked up the way you were.
Well, I got a book. A lot of people don't know I got a book coming out. I've been working with Simon & Schuster on it, and it's a book dealing with, I had wrote a couple years ago, I had wrote these I want to say these steps, you know, these steps in my philosophy and my outlook on what I thought would make dudes that just came home from prison or getting out of prison, what would make them successful at being free. So it's just my viewpoint on, it's like a book that they would have that could help them when they came home on how to stay free, the steps that it takes mentally to stay free.
I think that's something really wonderful.
Yeah.
I think that's a great thing.
Right.
Because I think people, especially if they've been locked up for a very long time, they don't know how to be out in the world.
Right.
Like, I have family members that feel more comfortable locked up.
Yeah.
Because they've been locked up so long.
Right.
And when they come out, they're confused and they do something so they can go back.
Exactly. So all prisons got like this pre-release thing, right? Where they send you the pre-release before you get out, and they try to set you up for what to expect when you get out. But there's nothing that actually helps you with your transition. So I felt like who could help tell these dudes or give them advice on how to transition better than I could.
Right.
Like, I was on parole. I had a brand new baby. I got violated. I had a dream. I had a curfew. I was going through stuff with my parole. Like, I had a 7 o'clock curfew and sneaking out and going to the studio, and you understand. So I had all these issues. So I know what it felt like, and I know the sacrifice that I needed to make this thing happen right here.
I think that would be an incredible thing.
Yeah.
And also if you went and spoke.
Right.
At some prisons.
Right.
You know. So, Love and Hip Hop.
Hey.
After last year saying you would never do
Never
reality
do
TV again, you show up on Love and Hip Hop.
I'm like a hypocrite, right? Like,
well,
yo, listen, like, people run up on me in the street, was like, you always said that you would never do that. And you know what? The plan wasn't for me to actually do it. The plan was actually for Maggie to do it. And
you're speaking about Maggie Carey.
Right. So the plan was for me to put her on there because I felt like she could benefit from it, because, you know, the platform is huge. And
right, yeah.
It's a platform for females. She really is a business owner with a real store, you know, hair like Maggie. You know, she got the best hair on the East Coast. So I felt like, yo, look, I want you to go on Love and Hip Hop. So when I went through the steps of putting her on Love and Hip Hop, they was like, yo, look, man, you need to we need to figure something out with you. So I said, look, man, we can't it ain't gonna be no me on there. I come on there for free just to support. But you know, we worked it out. They made it worth my while.
Okay.
Right?
All right. Yeah.
And I went on there, but my role is more like a supporting role, you know. I'm not on there with the goofy, you understand? I'm not on there, you know, disrespecting my integrity, you understand?
I don't think you are, but
No,
I
I'm
want
not.
to, you know, I just want to bring you back a couple of years ago
Mhm.
when I brought up Maggie to you in an
Right.
interview after
Right.
the whole shooting, you know, at the TI show with Troy Ave and Tax Stone and all that. And I said, the young lady that was with you,
Right.
she was shot, right? And I
Right.
said, is this your girlfriend? And you wouldn't even admit this was your girlfriend.
Right, but this at the time she wasn't.
She was just your friend.
At the time we was dealing, like, I mean, look.
Okay,
I'm
so
a
y'all
guy
was,
with, that
you
was
took her out
dealing-
for her birthday.
No.
I thought that was
I'm
her birthday.
No, it wasn't her birthday.
Oh, okay.
I'm a guy that was dealing with multiple women. So this was a girl that I was dealing with at the time.
Okay.
And I had invited her to the show. It wasn't her birthday.
Okay.
But
Sorry.
what happened was when she got shot, like I was like in a place because it was like she got shot on my watch. You understand?
No, I felt
Like,
that you felt responsible
I
for
did.
it at the time.
I did. I really did. So it was, as a man, like, what I'm gonna do? Like, am I gonna? It was times when I even thought about it. Like, all right, you good now? Let me just get back to my life now, right? But it was like I couldn't leave her stuck, and leave her in a place where she needed help. She needed help, mentally, physically, all these things, and it was my fault. So
It wasn't your fault though. You do
but I
understand
felt,
that,
but,
right?
but listen, I invited her there.
I guess you feel responsible.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's something that's always gonna sit with me. It happened on my watch. It's not like I was there and she happened to be there on her own time. Like it happened because I invited her there. So it was during that time, right after that, after that interview, it was during that time that we started to get close, and on a human level. So when we started to get close, it was like, damn, my vibe with Shorty like on a whole different level, and that's how we became close. It was because of that adversity right there.
And she has a rod in her leg, and the
Yeah.
bullet's still stuck
Yeah.
in her leg.
In her leg, yeah.
And she has PTSD
Yeah.
as a result of that.
Yeah.
And just letting you know, Michi here too has
Yeah.
a bullet in his
Yeah.
leg.
Yeah.
And I know he's had to deal with a lot of stuff
So she's
around
never
that.
even walked the same. She can't really run. You understand? So it was just a lot. And for me, I'm like, damn, this happened because, not because I did nothing, but because, you know, I'm always saying to myself, well, what if I ain't call her and invite her?
I think that's a lot of weight to carry on yourself.
Right. So this is why I had to stand up to the situation. Like,
So are you in love with her?
Of course.
Okay.
Of
Like this
course.
is your boo.
Of course.
Okay, 'cause
But
I mean on the
I'm-
TV show it looked that way, but sometimes on the TV
Right.
shows it ain't
Nah,
really
the TV show
real.
is real. The TV show is real, but when I'm just taking you back to
That time.
that time.
Yeah.
That time. This is what, three years ago.
Yeah.
I'm taking you back to that. So between that time and to where we at now, we in a whole different place.
You know, when I watch you guys in Love and Hip Hop and you guys discuss the shooting,
Right.
I think about it was kind of like a earthquake with all these aftershocks. Like as a result of that shooting, so much happened. So much happened.
Right. Like what?
Well, Maggie, first of all, having to deal with everything she
Right.
had to deal with.
Right.
Troy Ave is having a really hard time getting his career on track. There's been multiple attempts on his life. Tax Stone's in jail right now as a result of that shooting. I'm
Nah.
just telling you the things that I have seen. Forget what I'm saying? These are the things that I've seen. There's been a lot of aftershocks as a result of that shooting.
I mean, listen, it's things. I wish I could really keep it so 100 with you, but I really can't. You know. What
And
I mean?
maybe I don't need to know.
I can't. Yeah.
It's good for me not to know.
Yeah,
but
it's
I'm just saying the things that I've seen from being in the media, the things that I've read, the people I've talked to.
Yeah, but it's a lot of spinning in the media that just ain't right, you know. But it ain't my business, and
But it messed you up for a while too.
It did mess me up
Because after that
it
shooting,
still messed up.
People didn't want you to perform in their venues.
Right,
They thought you had something to do with it.
Of course, my name was all in that. It's still certain places that I was. You know what? Clue wanted me to come somewhere about a month ago, and they said no.
Because of that shooting.
Just that it was the start of that, right? So it was like, nah, no to Maino, like so. But that comes with the territory. I don't even care about that because no one club, no one city could stop what's meant to be. So I don't even care. Like if you don't want me to come to your club, like or come to your venue, whatever it is. I don't even care.
That must be frustrating though, because I think you had that type of reputation a long time
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah.
Like when me and you first started
That's
really
right.
get to know each other after you were released from prison.
That's
And
right.
then your reputation became so different
Right.
because you became a household name and
Right.
you had commercial records on the
Right.
radio. So for you to have to go back to that
Exactly.
again, it must be extremely frustrating.
But it doesn't. But you know what? What am I gonna do?
Right.
I can't. I'm not gonna lose no sleep over the things that I can't change. And it's like, it was a time when I was like calling around trying to figure out why they trying to stop my money. And then it was just like, all right, whatever. Because I was like arguing with club owners, like, you letting them put pressure on you, you letting them tell you who not to have here, then you a sucker.
Right.
Right? You a sucker. And I don't even need to be here anyway then.
It's crazy though, because on that video from that night, I don't see you doing nothing.
I ain't had nothing to do with nothing. But it's
Right, but I'm saying I didn't
Yeah,
see you doing
right,
anything
right.
on that video from that night.
Of course not. I was just there to
You was just there as an observer, watching the show.
No, I was
Oh,
there
you're supposed to go
perform.
out, right? You're
I
supposed to
was-
go out before T.I. That's right.
No. T.I. was bringing me and Murder out.
Oh, okay.
We
I'm
were-
sorry. I mean,
we
you're
were- yeah.
bringing it all back. I'm sorry.
We was on the bill. We were performing. We were in our dressing room. I wasn't there as a spectator. I don't even go to rap shows. I don't even do that. If I ain't performing, 9 times out of 10, you ain't gonna see me there.
So you were there.
I was there to do my job.
Right.
And the goofy or whatever, whatever.
Right. I know, and it must be frustrating.
Yeah.
Well, one of the main things on Love and Hip Hop is the fact that you're not helping your girl out, Maggie Carey, with her music. So what's going to happen moving forward? Because she feel like she needs you. You have a lot of experience in music
You believe
business.
that?
You think that's a lie?
No, I'm just saying. You believe? Understand this, and I'm gonna just leave it as this, right? If you know me, understand that I'm controlling all narrative, and I'm just gonna leave it as
Okay.
that. I'm not getting up. So.
Because I didn't see her on the latest album.
Of course.
Latest
Listen,
project.
But check
For
this
me.
out. If you understand that I'm not gonna go up on TV to make myself look like a fool, then I gotta do things to play into a storyline or whatever.
So you're going to help her with the music. You better
Of
watch
course-
yourself right now because
of
you're trying to do another
course.
season.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
That's not an issue. That's good. She good.
Okay.
She good.
All
She
right.
got more than enough support in a real way, in real life.
Good.
You understand?
So y'all going to be back on
that
next
lady-
season again?
I don't know. Maybe. You know what I mean? Maybe. But you
I
know
got to
me.
see a whole romantic side of you and stuff. Out on the
Is
beach,
that-
having
is that-
dinner.
Is that what you want to see?
What, you
You
being
saw
romantic?
that? Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, who is this person right here? This ain't the Maino I know. No, but I liked it.
Yeah.
It's nice to see the softer side of you guys. It's
Listen,
okay.
we human, and it's different sides to all of us.
Absolutely.
So if I told you if I went to sleep with my pants on every day, it's not even likely, right? I go to sleep, I lay in my bed like every other human.
How about this? Like, why is Papoose now like the man that everyone wants?
Papoose must be stopped.
Oh my God.
He knows this.
Now, again, we all have come up together and know each other. And I'm like, Papoose?
Papoose must be stopped. I'm getting the shirt.
No disrespect to Papoose. He's so loyal to Remy. There's no one.
And when I say that, he knows what I'm talking about.
Okay, but
he gonna laugh when he hear it.
There's no one more loyal than Papoose. Like, he's amazing to Remy. Like, when she was locked up, I mean, we're friends.
Yeah.
So this is the thing, though. Like, women want to marry Papoose. Papoose,
Even though he's married.
We've been knowing each other forever. Papoose was in the streets forever.
Yeah, he helped mess up my life. It's another story.
And now he's like a sex symbol. Anyways, this street guy.
So it's so good though. But I mean, listen, if the show is showing black men in a positive light,
I think so. I think it's a good thing.
Then it's all good.
Because it wasn't always showing that.
It's all good.
It's a good thing.
It's all good. I ain't got no issue with it. Whatever the brand did prior to that, or whatever it got going on, it's whatever. Like, but as long as you could go on there, like I'm definitely not going on there to ever jeopardize my integrity or ever put myself in a situation.
You don't look crazy at all.
Ever. I can't. That's not. I wouldn't even allow it.
Right. You don't
It's
look crazy.
It's impossible to happen.
Okay.
That's not gonna ever happen. I'm not even. That ain't my thing.
Okay. Well, we'll see what happens next season. I love it, hip hop.
You really watch that show.
I'm only watching because of you, man.
You know I don't watch. You know I never watched the episode.
Why you can't watch yourself on TV?
I can't watch myself at all on nothing. I wouldn't watch this.
Can I tell you? I can't watch my own interviews.
I can't watch myself.
People will give me my interviews that I've done in the past. Like they'll send them to me. Like,
can't
oh, Jen, I
watch
just
it.
spotted your interview on this or on Vlad or on YouTube. You know what I say? I'm not watching it. I don't watch my interviews.
I don't watch nothing on me.
Yeah.